today we will derive the integrated equation for the first order reaction. It is also the part of chemical kinetics. After doing the zero order reaction, we will come to first order reaction. How we will find out the integrated rate equation for the first order kinetics, first order reaction. Means the rate of reaction will depend on the concentration of one more molecule only. Here we will start in the same way as we have done for zero order. A will convert into B. At t is equal to 0 time, initial concentration of the reactant is A mole. At that time the concentration of product will be 0 because reaction is yet not started. After time t, x moles of A has been dissociated, so the x mole of B will form. That means the left amount of A will be A minus x. As we can write the rate law, rate is equal to K A to the power 1. Power 1 means we are talking about the first order. This rate, which is in English, can be written in a differential term as dx by dt. In terms of product, we are writing the rate of the reaction. Dx by dt is directly proportional to A minus x to the power 1. This equation is very important. Means rate of the reaction will depend on the amount of reactant left behind. Suppose we have started the reaction from 10 mole. After 15 minutes, 2 moles of A has been dissociated. So 10 minus 2 becomes 8 moles. That means now the rate will depend, after 15 minutes, the rate will depend on the 8 moles only. As the concentration will decrease, the rate of reaction gets slowed down. This is very important. So here we are putting the proportionality sign, rate constant, dx upon dt is equal to k, a to the power a minus x to the power 1. A minus x we can bring it here and dt here. So this equation can be written as dx upon a minus x is equal to k dt. On integration, we will integrate it. Integration of dx upon a minus x is equal to k integration dt. T minus dx upon a minus x will have the integration minus ln a minus x is equal to k. Integration of dt will be t and plus c is integration constant. This equation will be having the integration constant, and we will try to find out the value of c. To find the value of c, we will say when the time was 0, the x was 0. When the time was 0, x was 0. Put the value of t and x in this equation. So t is 0, x is 0, so the c will come minus ln a is equal to c. The value of c we can put in first equation. So minus ln a minus x is equal to kt minus ln a. We can bring minus ln a to the left hand side. It will become plus ln a. Now because this is in negative, so we can bring it down. Ln a upon a minus x is equal to kt. We will bring the t over here, so that k will become equal to 1 upon t ln a upon a minus x. Now we will convert the ln into log to the base 10. So K will equal to 2.303 upon T log A upon A minus X. By using this equation, we can find the time of the reaction, we can find the rate constant, we can find the amount of reactant left after time T. For the half-life, we suppose when the time is equal to T half is the half-life, you can write it as T half. At that time, X will be equal to half of the initial concentration. When the T is equal to T half, X will be equal to A by 2. That means if the initial concentration was 10 mole, after one half-life, it will become 5 moles. Half-life will be different for the different reaction, for the different reactants. We will put the value of X A by 2 here. So A upon A minus A by 2. When we will subtract A by 2 from A, it will be A by 2. 2 will go up. A to A cancel. It will be log 2. And log 2 value is 0.3010. After multiplication of these two, T half will come 0.693 upon K. K is rate constant, of course. T half is the half-life. To understand it, I am taking one example. Suppose half-life of a reaction is 15 minutes. For example, it may be in years also, it may be in seconds also. Initial concentration is 10 mole. After 15 minutes, the reactant will become 5 moles. Next, after 15 minutes, it will become 2.5 mole. And next, after 15 minutes, it will be 1.25 moles. This is the basic meaning of half-life. That means after 3 half-lives, that means after 45 minutes, the 10 mole reactant will remain 1.25 moles. To find the half-life of any reaction, we have a general formula. T half is directly proportional to 1 upon A to the power n minus 1. Here n is the number of order. Suppose for 0 order we are talking, we will put the value 0 over here. It will come, T half is inversely proportional to A to the power minus 1. That means directly proportional to A. As we have saw in the 0 order, that T half was equal to A upon 2K. You can see it is directly proportional. For the first order, if we will talk, put n is equal to 1 once again. It will be A to the power 0. A to the power 0 is equal to 1. That means you can see T half of the first order reaction is not depending upon the initial concentration. Is not depending on the initial concentration. While the rate constant or rate of the reaction will depend upon the initial concentration. Here once again I want to add, rate of first order reaction is directly proportional to the amount left behind. So as the time will pass, the amount of reactant will regularly decrease. So rate of the reaction gets slowed down and time taken to completion of the reaction will increase. Rate will slow down and time will increase. In this way, we can understand the first order reaction.